Lenawee Sports has arrived in Hudson tonight as David tries to knock off Goliath from the undefeated throne. It's the 4th-ranked Onsted Wildcats versus the Hudson Tigers in an LCAA matchup. High school varsity basketball starts right now, only on LSN.
Davis bounced it off his head, and I don't think that was an accident.
We've got a tie atop the LCAA standings.
Count that baby in a foul.
The first time they've been there in 61 years. Morency is going to the Breslin Center.
And I think this is pretty much over.
Blissfield Royals, district champions.
Lenawee Sports and the Michigan High School Athletic Association proudly presents high school varsity basketball, where tonight the Onsted Wildcats, ranked 4th in the state, have traveled to Hudson tonight to face the 6 and 8 Tigers in this LCAA matchup. And it's all part of our season-long race to our state championship game. Good evening, friends. I'm Ty McLean along Sam Kimmerling. So Sam, what did you hear from Coach Perry about the Tigers?
It's a home game tonight, Ty, and he said that that'll give them an advantage compared to their last game, but he said the last game was a bit rough, but they're focused on tonight, and they know it's going to be a little bit of a difficult game, but they're ready and they're prepared for tonight's game. What did you hear from the Hudson Tigers?
Good team defense, start out well, and drain the trifecta. So we're going to toss to my friend Duncan.
I'm here with Coach Perry from Hudson. Coach, what does your team have to do tonight to get the win?
Got to get off to a good start. When we played them earlier in this season, it was 18-0 after the first quarter, so obviously key tonight would be a good first quarter for us.
Who are your key players?
Drew Krieger obviously is our leading scorer. We've got to have games out of Brady Perry and John Ladd as well, and have somebody else step up and score tonight for us.
Okay, what do you want your team to take away from this game?
I just want us to compete for 4 quarters regardless of the score. Just give effort, play with some toughness, that kind of stuff there.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, Sam, so we're going to talk a little bit about Onsted.
When we were talking to Coach Maska, he said that an important part of tonight's game will be coming out with a strong defense. He said that they had noticed on Hudson Tigers, Krieger, he said, is a really good shooter, but they're prepared for that. They also noticed that there are guys that are over 6 foot on the Hudson Tigers, which will be a bit of a struggle. However, they do have Austin Davis, who is 6'10", but I mean, they said that they need to focus on tonight's game, and they are undefeated, but they're taking it one game at a time. And what did you hear from Coach Maska?
I heard that they just want to control the tempo. They want to play great team defense, as you said, and they want to try to guard the perimeter and try to see if they can contain Brady Perry, Drew Krieger, John Ladd, and Andrew Valdez. So we're going to toss to my friend Duncan with Coach Maska. Duncan.
Thanks, guys. Today I'm here with Coach Maska of Onsted. Coach, what does your team have to do to get the win tonight?
Defensively, we got to really get after it. They got a couple of really good shooters with the Krieger kid and the Perry kid. If we extend our defense, not allow them to get started by knocking down triples, and play our game offensively, I think we'll be able to get the W tonight.
Who are your key players for the night?
Obviously, the big fella inside, Austin Davis, makes it tough on defenses. But we got a lot of other guys that have been shooting the ball extremely well, so we're looking forward to getting them the ball. Skyler Lipinski, Dallas Hybrader, a couple of those guys get going tonight. Patrick Hyatt. Really, everybody that comes off the bench needs to be ready to play. And if we get those guys going, we'll be a tough team to beat. So
overall, what do you want your team to take from this game tonight?
Basically, we're just coming in, improving defensively, trying to improve our assist-to-turnover ratio and come out with a W, because at the end of the day, whatever's on the left side of the column is the only thing that matters.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Duncan. Keep it right here. We'll be back with the Anthem Introductions after this. You're watching high school varsity basketball, only on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
The broadcast of today's game is a copyrighted presentation of the Michigan High School Athletic Association and the Lenawee Sports Network. No reproduction, retransmission, or other distribution of the descriptions or accounts of this game may take place without the express written consent of the MHSAA and the Lenawee Sports Network.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
If you want to be a parent, it doesn't matter how you play or even what you wear. You just need to be there. Thousands of teens in foster care don't need perfection. They just need you.
for tonight's contest. For the Onsted Wildcats, starting number 11, senior Dallas Heidberger. Starting for the Tigers, sophomore, number 1, John Ladd. Starting for Onsted, a junior, wearing number 12, Pat Iott. Starting for the Tigers, senior, number 4, Matt Osborne. For the Onsted Wildcats, a junior, number 15, Gabe Richardson. Starting for the Tigers, senior, number 11, Brady Perry. For the Wildcats, a junior, number 24, Skyler Lipinski. Starting for the Tigers, sophomore, number 22, Daniel Holder. And rounding out the lineup for the Onsted Wildcats, a senior, number 51, Austin Davis. And for the Tigers, junior, number 33, Drew Krieger. Onsted is coached by Brad Maska, and the Tigers by Wayne Perry.
And we're here tonight in Hudson. I'm here alongside Sam Kimmerling as the Hudson Tigers play host to the Onsted Wildcats. So Sam, how do you think this game's going to go for either team tonight?
You know, I don't think it's going to be an easy game for the Hudson Tigers considering that Onsted is undefeated, but I mean, I'm not saying anything's impossible here because I think both teams have a good shot. So we're just going to have to see how this game goes. What are your thoughts on the game tonight?
I think it's going to be huge. You know, if Hudson wins this game, it'll be a monumental upset. But Onsted is known for Davis, you know, the big man. And let's see if they run that alley-oop pass that we had talked about in pregame. He was looking for it, but it wasn't there for him. And that'll be the first 2 points of Davis for the night. Looks like he could stick his whole arm in the basket there, Sam.
You know, we'll have to ask him post-game if he can.
Daniel Holder with the ball. Passes it to Drew Krieger. Krieger's definitely their deadliest shooter. Hitting it 38 threes on the season, and there's his first basket of the game, Sam. Let's see if Hudson can keep up pace. It looks like they're playing his own defense. Looking to feed it back to Davis. Oh, and Davis feeds it.
Patrick Ayatt with that shot.
Be Ayatt's.
Pat Ayatt with the basket.
Ayatt's first 2 points of the game, and Onsted leads 4-2 here in the early minutes. Brady Perry dribbling the ball. Looking for a back-cutting Krieger in the corner. And there's going to be a foul. Offensive foul on Daniel Holder. Looks like a push-off. Well, they definitely started better this time, Sam, than they did last time, as they've got 2 points on the board in the first quarter where they didn't. Onsted started 18-0 in the first quarter.
That's always a sign of improvement, I'd say, Ty. And I think we're going to be looking at a closer game. I think Hudson's been preparing more for this one since the last game.
As Onsted turns the ball over to John Ladd. John Ladd finds Krieger. Krieger with the jump shot, and it's no good. Offensive rebound, and the rebound goes to Onsted. Looking for Davis. Davis in the middle of the lane. And there's going to be a hold. Definitely a different pace of game here, Sam. Looking to run and gun.
I like the attitude with it. Makes it more of an intense game, I feel like.
But they want this one, Sam. Definitely Hudson definitely improved from last year with only having 2 wins last year, and they're 6-8 this year, so they've tripled their wins.
Scoring for Onsted, Skyler Lipinski.
What do you think some things they've done to improve their since last year?
I think they have a lot of more motivation. They play hard every game, and their shooting has improved. They've got a lot of good shooters. As Daniel Holder goes to the basket.
Speaking of good shooters, Ty.
Daniel Holder, a sophomore, also runs cross country for the Hudson Tigers. Gets to the hole, and we are at 6-4. They're looking for that alley-oop pass again. Davis goes up, and he misses the shot. Daniel Holder with the rebound. Krieger for 3. No good.
Oh.
And Onsted looks to run. Going to the basket. Looking for a kick out.
Patrick Ayatt with the shot.
That'll be his 3rd and 4th points of the game. And Dan, the Big D Holder, as they call him here in Hudson, dribbles the ball up court. Looking like he's trying to drive to the lane, gets it to Krieger. Brady Perry, and he overshoots Krieger in the post. And Dallas Hydebreeder dribbling the ball up court. And gives it to Gabe Richardson. Richardson back to Hydebreeder. It looks like they're looking for Davis early, Sam, but not finding him. As Onsted turns the ball over. That Hudson side really has life over there, Sam.
I see that. Being at home, I think that really gives them more motivation, too, for this game.
But
got that student section over there.
Onsted definitely filled up the stands here tonight. Even they must travel well, as you said, as good as they've been. And Krieger with the open jump shot, and it's good.
Basket by Drew Krieger.
And that is his 3rd and 4th points of the game. Hudson back into their zone. Keeping it close here in the opening minutes.
Skyler Lipinski makes that one.
With a trifecta. Daniel Holder brings it up the floor. Looking for cutting Krieger. Krieger was really good last year as a sophomore, and they decided to keep him up this year. Oh, looking for John Ladd, and John Ladd can't finish. Davis with the rebound, Hydebreeder. Man, Onsted could jump and touch the roof with that. That Hudson bench is fired up.
Reporting in for Onsted, Austin Thompson.
Now, Sam, what can you tell me about Coach Maska and how long he's been at Onsted?
You know, Maska's been coaching the boys varsity team for, I wouldn't say for a long, long time, but he's been doing it for quite a few years now, and he's done a really great job, I'd say, especially, you know, he treats the boys like they're his own, and he really just tells them how it is. He's not afraid to do that. And
now on the other side, Coach Wayne Perry. He's a local product of Hudson, and Davis can't finish. Hudson looks to run the floor. Daniel Holder, and there's going to be a blocking foul. Brady Parody inbound the ball for the Tigers.
Foul is called on Gabe Richardson.
And the ball to Drew Krieger. Krieger dribbling the ball and hands it to Daniel Holder. Holder looks to get to the basket. And there's going to be a foul. Holder's going to go to the line.
Foul is called on Austin Davis.
And the foul is going to be on the big man, Davis. And the first one goes for Holder. So what do you know about Austin, Sam?
You know, Austin's been a really, I'd say, key factor to the varsity team. And he's going to Michigan next year, so that's really exciting for not just Onsted, but Lenawee County, I'd say. That's a pretty big deal for.
Look to feed Davis, and Davis turns the ball over. Hudson looking to run. Daniel Holder finds Krieger, and Krieger scores again. Looks like Davis is struggling, Sam, a little bit.
I see jumping on that varsity bench over there on Hudson, as it's 11-10 here.
Onsted looks to move the ball around here. And they look to feed Davis. And Davis with an easy two.
Austin Davis with the basket.
Perry dribbling the ball. Perry's looking to get into the lane, and he feeds Holder. Holder gets the basket, and it's good. Holder with his 5th and 6 points of the game. A little closer than most people would have thought in the first quarter, Sam.
I like the fight that Hudson's putting up. I think there's a strong motivation here tonight.
Heidbreeder with the ball, and to Lipinski. And Lipinski no good. And they fight the rebound away from Davis as Hudson looks to run. And Krieger got the one-on-one. Krieger to the basket, and good! 14-13, Hudson Tigers with 36 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Three made by Gabe Richardson.
That's his second trifecta of the game. Perry with the ball. To Krieger, and they turn the ball over.
Lipinski with the ball, and
Richardson,
it's in.
You can count that baby, and a foul. And Richardson's going to go, Lipinski, excuse me, is going to go to the line for his trifecta.
A foul called on Brady Perry.
Attempt.
Skyler Lipinski. Checking in for Onsted.
And the atmosphere just sucked the air out of the building there as Onsted goes on a mini 5-0 run to take the lead up by 4, possibly by 5 here, Sam.
We'll see, the ball is up.
And it's in and out as John Ladd grabs a rebound. Hudson looks to run. Daniel Holder. And it's missed. Well, we're going to go to break, folks, and we'll be back after this. You're watching high school varsity basketball only on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
don't fix them, sparks from dragging tow chains can cause a wildfire, and that could be scary. Only you can prevent wildfire.
You're watching LSN High School Varsity Basketball as we are here with the Onsted Wildcats and the Hudson Tigers. I'm Sam Kimmerling alongside Ty.
Hi, Sam. So this is definitely closer than we thought the first quarter would be, as Hudson's only down 4. Davis only has 4 points.
Think Onsted's getting a little heated about this? You think they're going to step it up a little?
I think they're about to step it up in the second quarter, hopefully, as Coach Maska looked like he had got after him in the little bit of a timeout break in between quarters.
Passing it around a bit, goes to Hybrader.
Hybrader looking to drive the lane, and no good. Richardson's with the offensive rebound, and Hybrader as the point guard, taking it back out. They're really looking to feed Davis, but Davis doesn't look like he has any room to breathe. And Gabe Richardson with another triple.
I think that's his third one of tonight.
Third one tonight, Sam.
Only the beginning of the second quarter.
And Onsted is up 7. Let's see what the Tigers can do here on this offensive possession. Andrew Valdez in the game for the Tigers, and he goes to the basket, no good. And he double dribbled. So the possession will go back to the Tigers. A big thing here so far, Sam, is Onsted's turned the ball over 4 to 5 times already. I don't think that's usual of them to turn the ball over this much.
I don't think so either. I think there might be some tension since the Davis hasn't been getting the ball as much as I think Onsted is hoping for right now. We'll have to see how that goes the rest of the game.
There just seems like they're trapping him and not giving him any room to breathe. Plays off Valdez, gives it to Osborne. Osborne gets the ball back, gives it back to Holder. Holder in the lane. Holder looks to drive. Oh, that was a little rough. Oh, what a pretty drive by Davis. That was just beautiful. He has 6 points now. That height really has an advantage on everybody when you can literally touch the rim with your hands with barely jumping. And the Wildcats are up 9. Looking for Holder in the corner. Ladd in the post. Holder gets the ball back. Looking for Ladd, and Davis gets the steal. Davis looks past up court.
Patrick Hyatt.
And no good, but Davis with the tip.
Austin Davis with the tip in.
Hudson is going to look like they're going to take a timeout.
And we'll be back after this. You're watching high school varsity basketball only on LSN. Your home for Lenawee Sports.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Sometimes all it takes to be a dad is remembering how to be a kid again. Take time to be a dad today.
And we're back, folks, here in Hudson Tiger Country as the Tigers are taking on the Wildcats. Onsted is up 11. Hudson inserted some subs with Jackson Patton. And that was about it. But, Sam, it looks like Onsted's back to their regular selves. They went on a little bit of a run here after being up 4 to end the first quarter. Now they're up 11, so a little bit of a 7-0 run to take the lead and take it big.
I don't think the Hudson Tigers are giving up here tonight.
Basket by Skyler Lipinski.
And the basket by Skyler Lipinski. Valdez takes the triple try, and it's good.
Hitting the triple, Andrew Valdez.
And that'll be his first triple of the night. Davis gets it in the post, feeds it to Lipinski, and that is his 4th trifecta of the night already, and we're only in the first half, Sam.
I'd say he's practiced that once or twice.
Give it back to Valdez. And that's going to be an offensive foul. The atmosphere's changed now, Sam, as the Onsted fans are seeming to get into it. Tidebreeder in the lane. Oh. And Davis back up. Davis no good on 2 shot attempts. Jackson Patton brings it up the court. Feeds it to Valdez. Krieger. Krieger takes the triple.
And he makes it.
That'll be his first triple of the night, Sam. Hudson within 10. They're keeping it close here, Sam. Rejected by Valdez, but they're going to call a foul. And that's going to send Lipinski to the line.
That's his second time to the line tonight, I believe.
Skyler Lipinski.
He's 2 for 4 on the night with making it 50%. And he missed the first. And he misses both, but Davis gets the offensive rebound, goes back up with it. Davis with the and one opportunity here. And he's going to go to the free throw line and get an attempt at a 3rd point here.
Foul called on Andrew Valdez.
The foul will be on Andrew Valdez, his first.
In the game for Onsted, Kyle Smith.
And
reporting in for the Tigers, James Wallace.
James Wallace will be coming into the game for the Tigers, in for Andrew Valdez, and for the Wildcats, Kyle Smith. And the free throw for Davis is good. That'll be his 7th, 8th, and 9th points of the night. And there's going to be a foul. And Jackson Patton to inbound the ball for the Tigers. Gets it to Krieger. Screen for Krieger. Krieger triple try. No good. Davis with the the defensive rebound, excuse me. And Onsted turns the ball over back to the Tigers. Patton to inbound the ball to Krieger. Krieger feeds it to Wallace. And Wallace traveled with it. Took too many steps there, Sam.
We have Gabe Richardson going down the court and passed it to Kyle Smith. I think they're trying to see if they can get it to Austin again.
And Richardson misses. That'll be his first miss from long range for the night. He is 4 for 5. Krieger to dribble it down the court for the Tigers. Patton looks like he's cutting here, looking for an open triple try. They might be down 13, but they haven't given up, and that's a good sign. They're playing their hearts out tonight here.
You can really tell they want this game. Putting up a pretty good fight.
And there's a clean block. And then there's going to be a foul. And it's going to send Davis back to the line. Let's see if he can get his 10th and 11 points of the night.
At the line, Austin Davis.
And that one's good for Davis. He's 2 for 2 on the night.
In for Onsted, Austin Thompson and Dallas Heidbreder.
And the second shot's in.
So that'll make Davis 3 for 3 from the line tonight.
Heidbreder got it from Krieger.
Onsted's definitely stepped up their defensive intensity.
That might have been one of the things they were talking about in between quarters, too.
And it'll be Hudson ball. Krieger with the ball. Wallace to the basket, and no good. Missed a bunny there.
Lipinski runs it down the court.
And throws it away. An uncharacteristic amount of turnovers tonight.
Back in for the Tigers, Daniel Holder. And reporting in for Onsted, Brendan Black.
And Wallace is going to go to the bench. And Daniel Holder is going to come back in. Let's see if he can bring a spark to the Tigers. And there's a weird call on the floor there. They really didn't say what had happened. They just kind of stopped the ball game there.
We are back now, though, with Hudson, number 22, with the ball.
John Ladd with the open J, and he misses.
Gabe Richardson misses his second 3 shot for the night.
But he gets his own rebound, and he's got 14 points in the first half.
55 seconds left.
Holder with the ball. And the ball goes out of bounds. Jackson Patton was handling the ball. And Matthew Osborne is going to inbound the ball for the Tigers. Let's see if Hudson can go inside a little bit now, even though we only have 40 seconds left with Davis being out. And there's going to be a timeout on the floor, so we're going to go to break. And we'll be right back after this on LSN, your home for high school varsity basketball.
Everywhere that we go, he makes people laugh and makes people smile, and I feel like I have that quality.
He's the one who always takes me fishing. I watch golf with him.
I watch him cook, because when I grow up, I want to be a cook too.
We have the same faces like this.
Dad is the one, when you fall, that picks you up.
That unconditional sense of presence and reassurance is really what makes him my father.
May I please have an application? Thank you.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
And we're back here in Tiger Country as the Tigers are down 17-37-28 to the Onsted Wildcats. Sam, let's see if they can get a little bit something going before they go into halftime to have a little bit of momentum. Holder with a nice dribble drive try, and he turns it over.
Gabe Richardson running it down the court now.
Looks like Onsted's going to hold for the final shot. Gabe Richardson with the ball.
9 seconds left here.
And he drives, and he's going to draw the foul. Looking for his 15th and 16th points of the half. 6.9 to go.
That's in for Gabe Richardson.
Point number 15. And that one is in. He's 2 for 2 at the line for the night, and he has 16 points. Jackson Patton with the ball.
1 second.
Krieger traveled with .2 left. Let's see if Onsted's just going to whip up a shot here with .2 left.
As Onsted puts Austin Davis back in for these .2 seconds.
They're probably going to look for a long alley-oop pass to see if they can get it in here. And that's what they were looking for, Sam. So the Tigers are going to be on 19 here in the end of this second quarter. Sam, what do you think Onsted did well in that second quarter to take a big lead?
You know, I think they played better in this second quarter than they did their first. I think they really found some ways to get around Austin Davis and use some of their outsider players because the Hudson Tigers were sort of preventing them for a while from the middle in Austin Davis.
Definitely got some triple tries there in that second quarter, which was really good for him, with Richardson being 4 for 6 in the first half and having 16 points, and Davis ending with 11. And they only let Hudson score 6 points in that second quarter. That's huge. So what do you think the Tigers have to do better in the second half to bring this game within reach?
You know, I think they need to take a deep breath and focus on their shooting a little bit because they've had some great shots. They just haven't all successfully made it in yet. So I think they just need to, you know, take a deep breath and focus on the game right here, right now, this second quarter.
Daniel Holder, 6 points.
Well, I think you're right. So I think they should, you know, focus more on what they were doing right than what they were doing wrong. It was definitely a crazy first half. Even though Davis didn't get the alley. Oh, we're going to toss my friend Duncan. He's with Coach Perry. Duncan.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Coach Perry. Going into the half, what do you think needs to be improved to?
I mean, obviously, you got to stop the two big kids. Davis has got 14, Lipinski's got 9. I thought we played a good first quarter. We just struggled offensively there in the second quarter. The outscored was 21-6, so, you know.
Which one of your guys do you think is giving the most effort?
The kids are playing hard, all of them. I mean, there's not a kid out there that's dogging it. So we just got to have somebody help Drew Krieger out. Like we said at the beginning of the game, somebody's got to step up and help him out. He scored some points. We just haven't had any help.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
And we're going to go to our halftime show, and we will be right back after this. You're watching high school varsity basketball on LSN. You're home for Lenawee Sports.
This new dad is picturing a tree house in the sky, but he's ignoring the instructions. Good luck, big guy. His kids know that he's building without a clue. Never been so good with nails and glue. Now we're trapped inside a box. I hope mom knows what to do. Mom! See, you don't have to be perfect to be the perfect parent.
Thousands of siblings in foster care will take you just as you are.
Connor is struggling in school.
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
Why don't you understand me?
I do. This is what it feels like for kids with learning and attention issues. Redirecting to understood.org.
And we're here at our halftime show. We're going to talk a little bit about Hudson. Sam, what does Hudson need to do right in this next half to get back within this game, and what did they do wrong in the second quarter to put them in this hole?
You know, I really feel like they have a lot of motive for this game. They haven't given up, which is a really good sign. They really just need to, I think, focus on their shooting, like I said right before we came to our halftime show. They need to focus on their shooting, I think. They need to use some of their key players and just really focus on getting those shots in.
Now, Onsted, what did they do right in that second quarter to take such a big lead into halftime?
You know, Onsted, they were really using, I think, some of their outside players, like Gabe Richardson. We saw he made quite a few threes there in the second quarter, and I think they used Highbrader and Lipinski, and they'll see if they can keep that up in the second quarter, or in the second half. And we'll be back after this with the second half. You're watching LSN. You're home for Lenawee Sports.
You're doing great. We're gonna try this again, okay?
Okay.
Wheels, pedals, handlebar, brakes. Sit up straight, keep your weight in the center, keep your eyes on the road, hands on the grips, button the seat. If we feel ourselves falling, what do?
Just keep pedaling.
Good girl. Now remember, it's all about balance and steering. Steer with your hands, steer with your body. Steer into the corners and you stay out of trouble. And the bell's your buddy, so go ahead and ding that. All right, you ready? Here we go. Pedal, honey, pedal. There you go, you're a bike rider.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain.
The odds of becoming a successful NASCAR driver, 1 in 125 billion. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism, 1 in 68. I'm Jamie McMurray. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
I'm here with Coach Maska. Going into the second half, you're up by 19 points. What needs to be improved?
First half, first quarter, we came out real sluggish, didn't get the ball off the floor. We got to continue to defend, make our defense, get us into transition, get a couple easy baskets. We don't want to get into half-court sets with these guys. We want to keep pushing the tempo and get some easy buckets.
So, with the half being the way it is, which one of your players really stood out?
I was really proud of Dallas Hybrider playing pretty good defense on number 33, and Gabe Richardson hit some big shots for us in that second quarter. So hopefully we can get some other guys to contribute. Skyler Lipinski did a nice job of attacking their zone. So if we continue that in the second half, I think we should be able to be all right and get a W tonight.
Okay. Thanks, Coach.
And we're back here with the second half, and I'm Sam Kimmerling alongside Ty, and before we get underway, we're proud to say that the Lenawee Sports Network provides a local sports coverage that airs on the LISD TV. Overseen by our instructors and operated by our students, LSN offers live sports broadcast experience to all high school students within Lenawee Intermediate School District. If you would like to join the team, please email us at lisdtv@lisd.us.
It looks like they're looking to try to feed Lipinski in the post, and it goes.
Basket by Skyler Lipinski.
That's points 10 and 11 for Skyler Lipinski. And Onsted's up 21. Perry with the triple try. No good, but John led with the offensive rebound. Feeds it to Krieger. Krieger for the triple try, and it's good!
Krieger with the basket.
Like Coach Perry said, they need to find someone else that can help him score if Hudson wants to get back into this ballgame. And the attempted steal by Osborne goes out of bounds. And Heidbreeder with the ball. Hudson goes back to that zone that worked so well in the first half. And they feed it to Davis. Davis, and no good. But Lipinski with the offensive board, and no good. Let's see if Hudson can cut the deficit here. Davis with the steal off the pass, and Osborne steals it back.
Looks like he was trying to go to Gabe Richardson there, but a little too far.
Holder trying to get to the hoop. Finds Ladd. Ladd finds Perry. Perry looks like he's trying to drive. Perry blocked by Davis, but there's going to be a foul. And that's going to be Davis's second foul of the game.
At the line, Brady Perry.
2 big foul shots here for Perry. And he clinks the first one off the front iron.
Second one's up and not in.
And Hudson gets the ball back. Ladd with the drive and misses the bunny, even though they got a steal. That was huge.
Davis with the dunk.
I'm sorry, but that just kind of shocked me there. I've never seen a high school basketball player dunk. That was just kind of an awe-inspiring slam dunk there, even though everyone sees it all the time. Perry has the ball.
Oh, lost, and Gabe Richardson
tries to drive the basket, and no good. Davis with back tap, no good. Krieger with the open triple, and it's good.
So we're at 43-26 here in the third quarter.
Hudson isn't giving up. That is Krieger's 4th triple. So he's got more than just 12 points. And they look to feed Davis again, and rejected by Perry. Krieger has definitely had the hot hand tonight. Davis.
Down the court, and another dunk by Davis.
That wasn't just a dunk. That was a fantastic alley-oop pass. I don't care who you are, an alley-oop is just a beautiful thing. Davis up to 16 points after being, actually 18, after being held to just 14 in the first half. Kicks it to Perry. Perry with a triple try, and no good. Ladd with the offensive rebound. Ladd to Holder. Holder to Osborne. Osborne drives, and it's no good.
Davis with the ball to Highbrader as they go down the court.
Makes me wonder what it's like to be able to dunk a basketball.
I think I need a step ladder to get up that high.
Does it count if I can dunk on an 8-foot hoop?
Yeah.
Off on the triple try. Back to Lipinski, and it's good.
Skyler Lipinski scoring for Onsted.
Holder brings it up the court. Looking to set an offensive play. Brady passes it to Holder. Holder gets to the basket, and it's good.
Daniel Holder scoring for the Tigers.
That was a beautiful drive to the basket there, Sam. Davis in the low post. Feeds him, and he's up to 20.
I feel like both teams want this tie. We'll have to
see.
Keep holding on.
Krieger with the ball. Krieger with some nasty handles. John Ladd being guarded by Davis. Passes it to Osborne, and Osborne gets it back to Holder. Holder tries to get to the basket, turns it over. And it looks like they're going to call a foul on Davis after he jumped on Holder for the ball. That'll be Davis's third foul. And they're going to pull Davis out of the game, Sam. How big of an impact is this going to be with Davis out?
You know, he was out a little the first quarter, but that was not for, or the first half, but not for long. So we'll have to see if maybe Davis just needs to take a breath.
Or if that's going to give Hudson an opportunity to get into the middle with both of their big guys playing now. Ladd and Valdez playing. Both of their big guys are in the middle now. So let's see what they can do. And Lipinski's rejected at the rim. Looked like it was tipped before, though. Hudson brings the ball up the court. Krieger to the basket, and he's rejected by his own backboard. Krieger got his own ball back, though. Ladd outside, back to Valdez. Valdez again. Back to Holder. Holder the basket, and there's going to be a foul. Doesn't matter how much they're down, Sam. Hudson just keeps fighting.
You think they're giving a little more of a bit of a motive now that Davis is on the bench right now?
I think they're just trying so hard to get back into this game, and with Davis being out, that's a huge factor.
They put Josh Jeffords in for the Wildcats.
Now in high school ball, Sam, there's no shot clock, and as you go up into higher levels, college is a 30-second shot clock. The NBA is a 24-second shot clock. Oh, and Hudson gets it in the low post to Andrew Valdez. And they're only down 19, Sam. But as I was saying, a shot clock plays a big factor as you get older. And here they have no shot clock, so they can hold on to the ball as long as they choose.
Jeffords with the ball, passes it to Highbrader.
And that's going to be a timeout, and we'll be back after this. You're watching high school varsity basketball only on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
The inherent right to work is one of the elemental privileges of a free people, endowed as our nation is with abundant physical resources, and inspired as it should be to make those resources and opportunities available for the enjoyment of all, we approach re-employment with the real hope of finding a better answer than we have now.
Donate to Goodwill, where your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community.
Life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
And we're back here with LSN High School varsity basketball.
As James Wallace had the steal, but he's rejected at the rim by his own backboard. Again, Onsted with the air ball, and then Lipinski with the score. Krieger pulls up for another triple.
And it's in.
Is he feeling it or what, Sam?
I would say so, Todd.
That's his 5th triple of the night. He's got 22. He just isn't giving up, as the Tigers are only down 18. What did I tell you before the game? I thought somebody was going to go off. Not having Davis in, they definitely don't have that inside presence that they wanted before. And Wallace with the steal. They get it to Patton. Patton looks, finds Perry. Perry to Patton. Patton to Wallace. Wallace to Valdez. Valdez to Krieger. Krieger with another triple try, and it's no good. And Perry with the offensive rebound. And who is it again? Nobody but Drew Krieger to cut it to 16 with 30 seconds left to go here in the third quarter.
Things are getting heated here in the gym, I'd say, in these last 23 seconds.
It's getting closer. With Davis not being in there to have that inside presence, afraid to get blocked, the Tigers aren't afraid to go inside.
Jeffords with the ball.
Onsted looks like they're going to get the last shot, and no good. So at the end of the third quarter, we've got a 16-point game, Sam.
And you're watching high school varsity basketball only on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
Hi, I'm Mike Rowe. 14 years ago, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. Well, this year she celebrated her 50th wedding anniversary.
Is that why you've taken off your jeans?
No, I've taken off my jeans to prove the link between jeans and the fight against breast cancer.
Oh, that's interesting. Do I have to take off my jeans?
No, nobody has to take off their jeans, Mom, but everybody has to go to denimday.com right now. I'll explain everything. Dress code optional.
Apparently. 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer. Learn more at denimday.com.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
And welcome back, folks, as we're here in the fourth quarter of this back-to-back matchup where the Tigers just seem not to give up as they're only down 16 to the Wildcats. 8 minutes in this fourth quarter. Davis is back in, Sam. How big does that factor play in that third quarter where Davis had to go out for those final 4 minutes?
You know, I think that the Tigers had a chance to catch up some. We're going to have to see in this last quarter if they aren't afraid to go in still or if they're a little hesitant as Davis is back in.
Davis is down on the low post right now. I think they're looking for him. And it's going to say Wildcat ball. Even though the Tigers are seeming to force turnovers out of a team that doesn't like to turn the ball over a lot. And Lipinski misses his 3 but gets his own rebound and brings it back out. Looking inside for Davis. And he's going to be fouled and go to the line. And if he gets these 2, he'll get his average of 22 points a game.
Fouls on Matt Osborne. At the line, Austin Davis.
And it's NBN, nothing but nylon. As Davis ties his shoe.
Second ball in as well.
He is 5 for 5 from the line. He has 22. Perry for the triple try, and it's through.
Brady Perry with a triple.
53-38 here in the last quarter.
15-point game here, Sam, with 7 minutes left to go.
Think Onsted sweating a little bit?
I think they are. I think they're getting all they can handle right now from the Tigers. Heidbreder with the three, and it's good.
Basket by Dallas Heidbreder.
Patton to bring it up the court. They find Valdez. Valdez with the triple try, and it's no good. I like the shoes everybody's sporting tonight. All different kinds of colors.
Have to come festive. Lipinski.
And it's rejected by Perry. And Perry and Davis rejected at the hoop. And it's going to be Tiger ball.
For the Tigers, John Ladd.
John Ladd's going to come in for the Tigers to replace Matthew Osborne.
And reporting in for Onsted,
and Kyle Smith is in for the Wildcats.
Let's see if they can get Davis with his 4th foul and possibly get him out and see if that'll bring another inside presence. Sets the screen for Krieger. Perry. Perry to Ladd. Ladd being guarded by Davis. Perry. Perry driving to the lane, trying to back him down, and the J is no good.
Heidbreder almost lost that. Hyatt with the three, but misses.
And Hudson's really fighting here in this 4th quarter. And Patton looked like he traveled there and took too many steps. Very competitive game here tonight.
Lipinski.
And no good, but there's going to be a foul. Definitely a better contest than the last time these two teams played. Hudson had lost by 50.
Fouls on John Ladd. At the line, Skyler Lipinski.
So as the season goes on, Sam, how far do you think this Onsted team could make it in the playoffs?
You know, I did ask Coach Maska about that before the game, and he said they're just trying to take it one game at a time now. They're not trying to get overwhelmed with all that thought yet. But, I mean, they made it farther than the past years last year, so we'll have to see this year being Austin Davis' senior year and the rest of the team with him. We'll have to see how it goes. I think things are looking pretty good, though, considering they're undefeated so far.
And unless the Tigers can get a huge run here at the end of the game, they're going to stay undefeated. As Krieger hits another shot with 27 points for the Tigers.
Heidbreder goes in.
Almost turns the ball over to Perry. Nice step by Richardson. And they give the ball back to the hot hand and Drew Krieger. Trying to get the ball to Krieger, and they turn it. Oh! Davis almost had a steal and an open dunk, but he throws it out of bounds, sadly. Because, man, I wanted to see another highlight play. Double teaming Krieger now. Ladd with the shot fake. Gives it to Krieger. Krieger step back and no good. But Perry with the offensive rebound and the teardrop, but that's no good.
Richardson with the ball. And a dunk again from Austin Davis.
Another alley-oop for Davis.
Third one tonight, Ty.
Blocked by Davis, but Perry with the offensive rebound and the score.
Brady Perry on the putback.
That's going to be 5 points for Perry. Davis looks to back down, jump hook, and it's good.
Austin Davis scoring for Onsted.
24 points for Davis.
Oh.
And Richardson takes a hard fall.
Onsted's got a 20-point lead here in the fourth quarter with only 3:39 left.
Hudson hasn't stopped fighting, though, which is a good thing. They're showing grit. They're showing toughness.
Krieger's really been a key motive for Hudson today, I think.
And Krieger blocked by Davis. Davis tries for the alley-oop, no good, and he goes back up, and it's good. Davis with 26 points. Krieger dribbles, triple try, Povadas, and it's good.
That was a beautiful shot.
And we're going to go to break, and we'll be back after this. You're watching high school varsity basketball only on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
La 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 la, I love you so. I love you, I love you. La 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 la, la 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 la.
We're here.
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
This new mom is struggling to get the skates just right. Now she's holding on for dear life.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of siblings in foster care will take you just as you are.
And we're back here with LSN High School Varsity Basketball. 64-45 here with 3 minutes and 9 seconds left. What do you think was going on in that timeout, Ty?
I think Coach Perry was telling the Tigers, play some defense, get as close as you can. I am very proud of how you've been playing tonight. You should not be disappointed, win or lose this ball game.
They have been putting up quite the fight tonight. That's no doubt.
And it looks like Onsted's going to get the ball. Davis has it. Davis is going to dribble it up the court. Looks to run with it. Lipinski to the rack, and that'll be an and one. Count that baby into foul. Lipinski's played a big part tonight. Even though Davis hasn't put up 40, Lipinski's been right there scoring beside him, and they've scored about 40 together. So they've done a big part of the scoring along with Gabe Richardson.
So Lipinski makes that one.
And the three-point opportunity is going to be good for Lipinski. Now they're up 22 on the Tigers. And
Kyle
they turn
Smith
the ball
gets
over.
the ball down with Gabe Richardson.
Richardson blocked. Ladd with the ball. And they get it to Krieger. Krieger looks to pass
blocks it. Davis has the ball.
And Davis will be fouled by Ladd. See if he can get his 27th and 28th points tonight here at the line, Sam.
Fouls on Drew Krieger. Shooting is Austin Davis.
He is just stroking it tonight. He has not missed from the line. He is 6-4-6 with 27 points. I'm going to make him 7 for 7 at the line.
Bronstead, Brendan Black.
And Davis is going to sit down. with 28 points on the night. I think he might be done, Sam.
You see Richardson's out too.
So most of the bench players are probably going to get some playing time now. Is Krieger going to drop another triple? Nope, he comes up short. And there's going to be a foul on the Wildcats.
Reporting in for Onsted, Austin Thompson.
Krieger with the ball. Gives it to John Ladd. Now, Sam, 3 of the 5 guys out there right now for the Tigers are sophomores. John Ladd, Andrew Valdez, and Daniel Holder.
That is impressive, especially considering most of the Onsted lineup is juniors and seniors.
And at the end, John Ladd with the block. Perry with the triple try, no good. And Daniel was back up with it, no good. And Andrew Valdez
for the Tigers scoring.
To cut it down to 22 with the last minute 30 in this game. It looks like Hudson's going to mass sub here. And there's going to be a foul on Perry.
Hudson student section making some noise over there.
They've actually been pretty quiet. Normally when, as being a Hudson student, I come to these games, normally they're pretty riled up. And the first one will be good for Josh Jeffords, a 6-foot senior. And all the Hudson players get a gradual applause as they come out, and they're going to take a seat on the bench as there's a minute 8 left in this game. And for the Tigers, Sam Dar, Jackson Patton, James Wallace, Jacob Morgan, and Anthony Wagamuth. Wagamuth with the rebound. Patton with the ball. Pat looks to drive to the hoop. Looks to feed Morgan. Morgan rejected. And there's going to be a foul. With 56.1 in the game, the Wildcats are up 70 to 30 here. Or 70 to 47, excuse me. Sam, what do you think Hudson can look back at this game and say, hey, what did we improve on? What do we need to work on? And what are the best things that, looked good in this game to the 4th ranked team in the state?
I think Hudson can look back and say they gave a fight the whole time.
James Wallace scoring for the Tigers.
Wallace with 2. And Ty, I really think they did a great job tonight.
They never gave up.
They did never give up. And compared to their last game versus the Wildcats, they have improved so much.
And Onsted's going to call a timeout as they try to avoid the 10-second call. And we'll be right back.
You're watching high school varsity basketball only on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
And we're back, folks, at the last 14 seconds of the game. Onsted's Thompson with a score.
And Sam Dar to Wallace. Looks like they're going to hold for the last shot.
Wallace
goes up for the last shot, and it's no good. Well, folks, the Onsted Wildcats stay undefeated with a 72-49 hard-fought victory. No matter what anybody says, Hudson really gave a fight to these Wildcats tonight.
What do you think should be the talk in the locker room for Hudson tonight?
I think Coach Perry is going to say, you know, you gave great effort. I'm not disappointed in anything you did. You guys played really hard. Don't give up on this season. We've still got games to go. Our next game should be the homecoming game here against Columbia Central. So what do you think Onsted is going to talk about in the locker room before they go home?
I think he's really going to want to put emphasis on that first quarter and maybe say some things that they could have tweaked on, you know, to not let Hudson get that lead in the beginning. But they did come back tonight with the 72-49 lead win tonight, and it was a great game. I liked the intensity of it, and both teams wanted it. You could easily tell that.
Definitely some highlight plays from both teams. The 3 dunks by Davis, the triples by Drew Krieger, dropping 27 on the Wildcats. And we're going to toss to my buddy Duncan. Duncan.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Coach Perry. Coach, you went against the 4th-ranked team and scored 50 points against them. How does that make you feel about the way your team performed?
Like I said, you know, the first game we played against them this season was pretty ugly. Our kids went out and competed tonight, and that's all we asked, you know. So we'll see. We have to build from it.
What did you like that your team did? Like, what stood out?
Like I said, we were down at halftime, and the kids would come out in the second half and battle. I mean, I think we won the 3rd quarter, and they just, you know, played the second half. That's what I like. So,
what didn't go according to plan?
I mean, obviously, you know, we wanted to, you know, try to hold them defensively, but they're a good team. They're big. You know, I thought in the second half we did a better job against their bigs. I know Davis had a ton of dunks, but, you know, I didn't think he had as many offensive rebounds there in the second half. So.
All right. Thanks again, Coach.
And we're going to toss to break, and we'll be right back after this. You're watching high school varsity basketball only on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
Go for a mouthful, go for the fun.
Come on, go for cake.
Cake for everyone. Just one stack is what it takes, and it's go for cakes. Open wide, stuff your face. There's always room for more Gopher cakes. Empty the box, then reload. Eat those Gopher cakes till you explode.
Exercised lately?
Till you explode.
Don't let E. coli mosh with your food. An estimated 3,000 Americans die from a foodborne illness each year. So always separate raw meat from vegetables. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Hi, folks. I'm here with Skyler Lipinski, our dual player of the game. Skyler, you scored 22 tonight. How does it make you feel, and how big was the win, and how did you get all those points in the paint tonight?
Feels great to win. You know, every win's a good win, especially on the road. We knew that they were going to come out. Every team's going to give us their best game. And I learned that now I have to start driving the ball to get my points because I can't just keep settling for threes.
Gotcha. How big was it, you know, as Gabe passed you the ball a lot in the game, and Davis actually didn't play as much as he normally does with foul trouble? How big was that?
Oh, yeah, it's great because when Davis is in foul trouble, everybody else has to step up, and that's what me and Gabe did today. We were both looking for each other and getting great looks for each other.
All right, thanks, Skyler. Skyler Lipinski, our dual star player of the game, folks.
And I'm also here. I got our second star player of the game, Gabe Richardson, here with us. Gabe, what did tonight's game mean to you guys?
Well, it meant a lot coming off of a big win Friday and being able to come back and win tonight and be able to keep going and keep our winning streak going.
And you made a lot of threes in the first half there. Does that just come to you, or a lot of hard work and practice, right?
It's a lot of hard work and practice, but then my teammates were able to get me the ball in open spots and I was able to put them in.
What did your team learn from this game?
We learned that we can't just come out and play and win. We have to be able to play as a team and play our hardest to be able to get the job done.
And where do you think you guys are going to go from here?
Hopefully we keep progressing and getting better as the season's going on.
All right, thank you, Gabe. Great job tonight.
For the entire Lenawee Sports crew, I'm Ty McLean, saying thank you for letting us into your homes this evening. The Onsted Wildcats win it over the Hudson Tigers by the final score of 72-49.
In our next game, the Lenawee Sports crew makes their way to Redskin country as the ladies of Clinton welcome the defending district champs, the Lady Royals of Blissfield. As both teams look forward to the playoffs in this cross-county matchup, it's Blissfield versus Clinton, and you can watch it only on LSN. We would like to remind you to get connected to LISD TV on Facebook and Twitter for LSN's coverage schedule. Also, check us out on YouTube and subscribe to LISD TV's channel for this and our other full game broadcasts. This has been a presentation of LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
Davis bounced it off his head, and I don't think that was an accident.
You've got a tie atop the LCAA standings.
Count that baby in a foul.
The first time they've been there in 61 years. Morency is going to the Breslin Center.
And I think this is pretty much over.
Blissfield Royals, district champions.